Welcome to the last in our summer series of ShorTs, mini talks on marketing and fundraising for nonprofits. Hi, I'm Taslim, and I'll be talking to you today about how you can build a better online donor experience for your nonprofit. First, a little bit of context. In the corporate world, customer experiences are increasingly seen as a strategic differentiator. In fact, there's lots of evidence that the biggest brands have been taking customer experience so seriously that they are adding chief experience officers or CXOs to their executive teams. Why? It's because they've realized more and more that building a better experience increases brand loyalty and the all-important revenue bottom line. And so how can we as nonprofits apply these principles to the work that we do? I think there are three fundamental ingredients to a great online experience. Did your online visitors complete their task? How easy was it? And did they have an emotional response? So let's dig a little bit deeper into these principles of online experience. And I'd like to focus today on what you're asking your online audiences to do. So for most nonprofits, the two most valuable interactions are for your audiences to subscribe to email communications. These are your top of the funnel leads. And then for your audiences to complete a donation on your website at the bottom of the funnel. So when we look at these two tasks, does your organization meet the criteria for a great online experience? Let's take a closer look. First up, we have the success metric. That is, did your online visitor complete their task? So measuring the success metric ought to be fairly straightforward, right? You want to know what's your conversion rate. You can measure this for email signups and online donations using Google Analytics or a similar analytics tool. For example, if you have 1,000 visitors to your donation page and 100 people make a donation, then your conversion rate is 10%. So the question I'm sure you're asking yourselves is, what's a good conversion rate? Is it 10%? Is 10% good, or how about 20%? And the real answer is your conversion rate good for your organization? Can you do better so more of your online visitors feel compelled to complete an email signup or an online donation? How can you make it more successful for them? Whatever your conversion rate is right now, that's the benchmark upon which to evaluate any improvements you make to those landing pages. Another way to evaluate the success metric is with a super quick survey. And I'd certainly recommend you take a look at doing a pop-up for visitors just before they leave your site. And don't make it more than a couple of questions long. You can ask simple questions like, what was the purpose of your visit to our website today? And were you able to find what you were looking for? And then just a really nice, gracious thank you for helping your organization improve the online experience for future users. And these questions will give you a little bit of qualitative direction on whether or not you're achieving that success metric. Second, we have the effort metric. How easy was it for your online visitors to complete their task? So this is where it gets a little bit harder. You can use advanced marketing research techniques like focus groups, eye tracking studies, or usability studies to see what's working on your website landing pages and what isn't. You should also be looking at best practices for landing page and form design and do a little bit of A/B testing. If you're just starting out, I encourage all of you and your teams to do a little bit of exploration on your own. Grab 5 people from your organization or from your family and friends groups and ask them to complete 2 or 3 simple tasks on your website, ones that have high value for your organization. It could be to sign up for an email, to make an in-honor gift, to ask for information about legacy giving, or to upgrade their monthly gift. These are just a few examples. And then either through a simple Google form questionnaire or an informal roundtable, have your colleagues, friends, and family share their experiences with you. What was easy? What was hard? Was there any language that was confusing? This will give you unique insights on what needs improvement on your site, so you have a starting point for establishing a scope of work. Third, and very importantly, we have the emotion metric. Do your online visitors, supporters, donors come away from their experience with you online with the lasting positive emotional response? In simple terms, Do they feel great about making a donation or signing up for your email? So I recently was curious about this and I did a simple experiment. I selected a handful of well-known nonprofit brands, both national and international organizations, and I made a $10 donation to each of them. And my objective was really just to see how online donor experiences are structured from organization to organization. In some cases, I found the donation page itself quite engaging with a strong case for support, nice visuals, a clear outline of the impact of my donation, and usually a fairly straightforward donation form. After donating, however, what I found came as quite a surprise and not in a good way. Most of the organizations I donated to only had a one-line thank you. In fact, most asked me to do even more, like invite my contacts to make a donation or to get the word out on Twitter, etc. Needless to say, I did not feel appreciated and I did not feel great about the online giving experience on these sites. One organization I donated to, however, had an incredible thank you page. There was an engaging video with a personal and authentic thank you from the executive director. I was really floored by this, in all honesty. It was simple, it was not overproduced, and it felt like he was talking directly to me. And in contrast to the other thank you pages I viewed, it really made me feel appreciated and connected to the organization in a meaningful way. I was vested, and I wanted to immediately go back and donate even more. So according to Qualtrics, which is a leading experience management company working with some of the world's biggest brands, 92% of people who gave a high score for emotion said that they would be likely to purchase more from that company. So if we extrapolate this to the nonprofit world, this means that the feeling that your donors and other audiences get when they interact with you online can have a lasting effect on donor loyalty and donor revenue, which means you need to be thoughtful about building in that good feeling in all your online donor and supporter journeys. Brian Tenenhouse, our EVP and Chief Creative Officer, talked about finding your brand's heart voice in a previous ST short. And so I think this is such a great concept. You can showcase your heart voice online and bring your donors and supporters along with you so you can have a place in their heart always. Okay, so I didn't mean to sound so cheesy. My point is that we all as nonprofits need to put in the effort to deliver a meaningful thank you as well as surprise and delight moments in your donor and supporter journeys. So that's just a little taste of online experiences for nonprofits. We've really just started to scratch the surface and haven't even touched social, video, or email. In any case, I hope you're inspired to think about how you can improve your organization's online experience for donors and supporters so you can raise more money and build long-lasting brand loyalty. This brings me to the end of the ST Shorts. I hope you've enjoyed them. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email anytime at taslims@stephenthomas.ca. You can also connect with Donna at donnar@stephenthomas.ca or Philip King in the US at philipk@stephenthomas.ca. We're also all on LinkedIn, so feel free to connect with us there as well. All the best. Take good care.